2024 has been quite the year for roguelikes. One of them was nominated for Game of the Year. Elden Ring is releasing a standalone roguelike. Clearly the genre is doing well and it's going to continue growing and exploding in popularity. And even with that in mind, 2024 had a multitude of amazing roguelikes, but I didn't play any of them. Wait, why didn't I play any of these games? What was I doing? Oh, right. That. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a bunch of roguelike games that released either into early access or full release in 2024, and we're gonna try them to see what they're like, see if they're any good, but I can only play so many games. Games are expensive. I could only afford to try so many different games. First, we got Shogun Showdown. This is definitely one of the most unique roguelikes I've ever played. I don't think I've ever played any game that I could accurately compare to this one. The fact that it's so unique means that I'm utterly garbage at this game. I am so confused at how this works. Okay. It's very okay. Strike down the practice dummies. Okay. So combat is turn-based. Performing one of the following triggers a turn: moving, adding a tile to the attack queue, and attacking. So that's a turn. Seriously, absolute garbage. And we're dead already. A unique game. It's not like anything I've ever played before in this category. So I'm kind of thinking the way to play this is always just keep your distance unless you can finish them. Okay. Yeah, can't do that. Mistake. Ah! Ah! Damn. This is so weird. So what do I think about this game? It's unique, but is it good or is it bad? I couldn't tell you. I didn't make it far enough in the game to hold an opinion. It's fun and I definitely want to go back and try it, but so far I can't really judge it. I feel it would be unfair to judge the game based on the limited experience I have. Hell, I didn't even get to experience what the progression system is like. Okay, so now we got Windblown. And Windblown is an interesting game because it was made by the same developers as Dead Cells. If this game is made by the same developers as Dead Cells, one of the best roguelikes of all time, the game can't be bad, can it? Maybe I got lucky here? I don't know, this crossbow is insanely good though. I mean, maybe I just got something lucky. Or the fact that I'm an early run, it gave me that to try and give me some head. Hold on. Alright. Sometimes I'm good at things. Alright, what did I get here? Random mark. Kills heal you for 4% or dash is activated frozen. I will always take lifesteal. In any game that offers it, I will always take it. Okay. So I hit the button and it does something. Looks like it's the first, that looks like the first boss. Always, ow! the first real one. I mistimed the dodge. Vampire Hunters. This is just first-person Brotato. That, by no means, is a bad thing. And I think I should let the gameplay show you exactly what I mean. Oh, I definitely feel weaker. We'll take this. Aha! A death ray, okay. 1+ ammo to all types. Yep, take that. We'll need a second weapon soon. I say as I just take the upgrade again. Which is fine. Take that! Yeah. Collect this. If I know anything about these games, and I know way too much because of League of Legends one, is that you need as much collection range as you could get. When I compare Vampire Hunters to Brotato, I really mean two different things. Number one, I mean the survivor-based gameplay. You know, it's that vampire survival style of gameplay. It's become really big ever since Vampire Survivor, so much so that even League of Legends got in on it and made their own version. And the other thing that is really Brotato-esque is the sheer number of weapons that your character could hold at the same time. I believe Brotato is 6, and I believe somewhere in the marketing for this game I saw it was 12. I believe you could hold 12 weapons at the same time. What are these sound effects? Some of these sound effects sound like they would come out of each. That's the Eye of Cthulhu from Terraria. That's not Teeth. That's the Eye of Cthulhu. The only way to make that more obvious would be if I could edit it on like the music. Yeah, that's literally the Eye of Cthulhu. And that was one of the regular eyeballs from Terraria. Ow. It's fire. I guess we have to ask ourselves at a certain point, is getting more weapons actually adding more damage at this point as compared to, say... Yes! We got one of the two. We're ahead of last time already. Take the next weapon. Well, we've survived longer than the first time. And I'm dead. So what do I think about Vampire Hunters? I think it's a fun game. I would definitely go back and try it again. But you know what my biggest issue with it is? And you might have heard me talk about it during my in-game commentary. The epidemic sound design of the game. This game's sound effects sound like they belong in your average YouTube video. Kind of like the sound effects you'd expect me to put in one of these things right about here. At least it's not a Vine boom, okay? So the next game we got here is Lost Castle 2. Now, what is Lost Castle 2? Imagine Castle Crashers, but as a roguelike game. Sounds like an interesting concept, right? So let's see how it is.
We're gonna take the boss on. Probably lose, but we'll see what happens. Okay, not horrible. And you do recover it over time. Ow! I do a lot more damage by hucking stuff at him than I do by actually hitting him with the... Oh! But we do no damage, right? So he's... I definitely... I don't know. This is just not as fun as some of the other games so far. Like... Ow! And we're dead. Yeah, this one just wasn't that fun compared to some of the other ones. Like, Shogun was so unique that it's interesting, right? The controls, in my opinion, felt very clunky. And maybe not even the controls of the character itself, just the way combat feels in this game. Now, thinking about roguelike games, these are games that you are going to spend dozens, if not hundreds of hours in, experimenting with every little detail, crafting the perfect build, doing everything you can to create the most powerful and most interesting way to play the game. What happens then when the gameplay itself just doesn't feel pristine, glorious, and beautiful? You end up with a suboptimal experience that you're not going to want to sink the hours into. I understand why a lot of people would and probably do like this game, but I personally just didn't like the way it felt. Now we got Magik. This game felt like a fusion of what I would consider two of the most popular roguelike games on the entire market. You got The Binding of Isaac on one hand, and you got Noida on this side. A game that I have noted that I am remarkably horrible at. But seeing as these two games are considered the cream of the crop of the entire roguelike genre, other than maybe Hades, how would merging them work? Would that create an interesting or good roguelike? Yeah, maybe you play this summoner. That's really cool. Take the relics. Okay, what's the... Gain 3 shield points whenever I walk through a door. Yes. Let's take... All right. Given I had a major change of heart when it comes to Binding of Isaac. Oh, that was stupid. Why did I do that?
Turns out I'm just as bad at this game as I am at both The Binding of Isaac and Noida.
Those were some of the roguelike games which I missed in 2024, but I know that there were a lot of other games in which I missed. So if there's any games out there that you think I should try that I didn't get a chance to, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more roguelike based content, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, until Elden Ring Night Rain comes out, we're just gonna end up doing more Balatro.